Second and 8 with Cook in the slot. And a quick turn from Irv Smith, and then he just gets blasted as Quandre Diggs comes up from that safety spot.
Man, they all said he fit right in the locker room. A lot of guys, boom, look at that.
Irv Smith Jr.'s interesting case and a little concerning. Most reports as of today show that he is going to be undergoing a meniscus surgery. Now, the meniscus itself is a specific anatomical feature in the knee that aids itself and is responsible for many things, especially stabilizing the knee and decreasing the forces placed on top of the knee. It's a ring that makes a cylindrical shape around the knee to support the two bones that make contact with each other. Now, that helps stabilize the knee because it also increases the congruency, or like the glue that keeps the knee together, and then also helps to support when there's any rotational forces. Now, one is larger than the other, therefore some of the forces placed onto the knee are a little bit different because of that anatomical feature. Now, a meniscus repair or a meniscus arthroscopic debridement, we call it, are two different things. Depending on the severity of the meniscus tear, whether it was three specific ones, a longitudinal, radial, or even oblique, they all have specific ways of dealing with it. And each one will have a specific rehabilitation program for it. Some, in specific for the arthroscopic debridement, you're able to weight bear as tolerated, or at least most systematic reviews articles show us that you can weight bear as tolerated and then start to push for more exercise as the meniscus is healing over the next few weeks. Now, that timetable requires more of like a, I would say 4 to 7 and even 8-week recovery period, and then therefore increase their activity and return to play towards that 7th and 8th week, depending on the severity of that meniscus debridement and their pain tolerance. The meniscus repair, unfortunately, requires a great more deal of recovery. That actually requires individuals to be non-weight bearing for at least 6 weeks, or at least those with most systematic reviews will let most physical therapists know that we cannot weight bear for at least 6 weeks. Some will be a little bit more conservative, some a little bit more aggressive. However, that requires multiple months of recovery. Since it's a repair, they want to decrease the risk of that surgery failing or of that meniscus re-tearing again, specifically during a super dynamic sport of football. And so that will require a month-long, more months recovery. I don't suspect that he's having a meniscus repair. They're probably going in there and doing an arthroscopic debridement, would be weeks of return to play. So, from reports and from just the articles themselves, most required weeks of return to play is going to be anywhere between 4 to at least 8 weeks. And so you can anticipate that sort of recovery time period. Now, that may change according to however Mr. Smith feels and continues to move forward with his rehabilitation, or that might be a little later. So anticipate those weeks, expect some contingency plans during then, and expect that type of return to play for Irv Smith Jr.